Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to Frontier Patriot for another delicious chew and chat. I'm here with my beautiful, fantastic, amazing, awesome, super cool, what else can I put? The best in the wide world wife.
Who told you to say that?
Myself. Justine Rayfield, aka Justine Dorn. As you guys know, it's her stage name, Justine Dorn.
That's my stage name? That's my real name! Well, my maiden name.
Yes. So today she's prepared a fire-roasted chicken, a very strange cornbread, and some salad.
We have chicken from the New England Cookery, published in 1808, and that also includes today's gravy recipe. It's a 2-in-1 recipe. Then we have to dress salad, a salad receipt from the Female Economist, published in 1810. And then we have New Bedford pudding from Miss Putman's recipe book, published in 1849, not 1810.
And if you want to see Justine make these delicious meals, please go over to our main channel. That's Early American. Over there we cook it.
And here we about to eat it.
And here we're about to eat it and rate it for you guys.
This strange cornbread here, so I found this receipt from a book that's just a compilation of early 1800s receipts. And I had never seen this one before. And I'd never seen this book before that it says it was from. It says it was published in 1810. So I went ahead and I made it. And then literally as soon as I was done making it, something in my gut told me this ain't right. So I looked up this book, Miss Putman's recipe book, not published in 1810, published in 1849 in Boston.
Uh-oh.
That book was a lie!
It's from the future.
It was a lie! It must have been a misprint. The book I got it from looks like it was made by someone in their bedroom, printed out,
It was a compilation of different things, yeah.
It looks like someone made it themselves.
It is strange. It's very thin, and it looks very... I haven't tried it yet, but when you did like the folding thing, or to see what it was like pliable.
It is like rubber. So we are going to try a cornbread from the future.
Oh,
I thought
1840s.
I thought it was from 1810, but it's actually 1849. My bad.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
And
they lied to me.
And we have salad. Yes, they had salad back then.
Of course they had salad.
No, we don't have any cheese. Yes, they had cheese back then, but we don't have cheese on this salad.
We don't got... It didn't say to add cheese, so there's no cheese.
I know. So sad. I love cheese.
Okay, so let's serve this up, and I know you want this.
Yes, I'm very thirsty. The heat is back. It is, what are we, July 20th something? So we're at the end of July. That was fast. And the last 2 weeks have been amazingly cool for July, but now the heat is back. It's 90. Yes, that's not as bad as last year.
That too was also a lie.
I know. It was like a false fall.
We put this thermometer in our cabin today just to see how hot it really was in there, because we were dripping.
You want some water?
And it is reading off of the charts.
It's having a meltdown.
It only goes up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. It is over 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and not by a little, by a lot.
It's very hot in there.
It's very unhealthy.
We can't open all the windows because the flies will come in and they swarm the food. It's cooled off a little bit. It's later in the afternoon now, but there's still a few flies. But in there, they're attracted to the dark room, and they just buzz everywhere. It's crazy. All right.
They say that smoke keeps flies away. That is a lie. It's another lie.
I'm just gonna do this. Thank you.
Oh, very nice. That chicken is so well cooked that you were able to cut it with a butter knife.
Exactly. Right
through the center, the spine. Excellent.
Can you pass the salad, please?
Pass the salad.
Thank you.
And you have to try the chicken with this gravy. You just have to.
Okay. And that's a mushroom gravy, right?
It is. It is so good.
Yum. I like a good salad on a hot day. Not a big fan of radishes, but I'll eat them. So I can give you guys a review.
Can I?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, look at that.
You're welcome.
Look at that. Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
All right. Let me give me a sip.
I see that you're not getting the strange, rubbery cornbread.
I'll wait till afterwards. That's dessert.
Yes.
All right. Now let me lead us in grace and we'll get down to business. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for everybody that's joining us. Thank you for this food and my lovely wife. For preparing it and being nuts to me through thick and thin. Please bless everybody that's watching this and let's all have a good rest of the day. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Why? It keeps buzzing around my head.
Of course I'll be around you through thick and thin. I told you I'm going to wipe your butt when you're an old man. I'll take care of you.
I'm going to hold you that. I need there is a red wasp that just flew.
Being outside is scary.
Especially when you swell up by them. I need a fork, please.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Fork. And I need the entire remainder of this chicken. Oh, and you know what I also recommend? I also recommend squeezing that lemon juice on that chicken.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
Wow, it's hot. I can't even hold it. It's
Wait,
so
the
hot.
lemon is so hot?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
the lemon's freezing cold.
It's because I put it back in front of the fire to heat up.
That plate's hot too. It's like when you go to the Mexican restaurant and they
It's
bring out the
sizzling
fajitas.
That's how they would have reheated food back 200 years ago. You just put it in front of the fire on a trivet.
That sounds actually good.
You sound surprised.
I'm gonna eat a radish so I get the full effect.
Yes.
Oh, that's a hot radish.
Oh, they can be pretty spicy. Do you guys like radishes? It's not for everybody. They're spicy. They're kind of falling out of favor in American cooking for sure.
I like this dressing.
You know, I do like this dressing. I mean, I'm always looking for a good homemade salad dressing recipe. Especially, yeah, the ones from the store are scary when you read the ingredient list. But, so I'm always trying to find a homemade one. Oh my gosh, Ryan.
It's the egg yolk.
Oh man, I just had to buy that chicken though.
Oh, I didn't try that
Make
yet.
sure you put lemon juice on it.
I did. I burned my fingers.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did do that.
No, that dressing.
You like that?
It's got the egg yolk in it, so it tastes. Think of it like a deviled egg, but it's been liquefied into a dressing. Deviled egg dressing. So
Deviled egg dressing.
So it tastes like.
It was really easy to make. I feel like this salad would be good with capers. It needs some capers. I love capers. Do you like capers? And do you like radishes?
Wow.
That chicken.
That is good.
That's some fine eating today.
Yeah, about time.
About time.
Last week we just had ketchup.
I ate all that though. My stomach was a little bubbly the next day because I literally ate 2.4 bottles of hot sauce compressed down.
Yeah.
But I did it and it was good. But this is
fantastic.
This is an 11 out of 10. This is so good. This chicken is amazing. I mean, it was cooked over a fire. Of course it's going to be amazing. Oh, I love it.
Now, you might be saying, well, how can I make this? I don't have an open hearth. I don't have a griddle or anything. I'll tell you what you do.
Barbecue grill.
Barbecue grill. I hear it buzzing. Stay away from me.
Ron is kind of allergic to wasps, so...
My foot got stung twice about 10 days ago, and I couldn't walk for 4 days. But anyways, yeah, use your barbecue grill. Or do an open pit on the ground. And just use your barbecue grill, like the actual grill part, and tilt it up so you can almost have the chicken facing the fire, if you will.
You could do that, or to be honest, you could just grill the chicken, but just butterfly it.
You could do that too. Just make sure it's not a hardcore fire so you don't burn your chicken.
Yeah, you want to slow cook it.
Slow cook it.
Oh man. Oh my gosh.
Clean that bone. Clean.
Thank you, Jesus. Man, this is... I'm gonna start making my chicken like this from now on.
Please do.
I can't believe it. I only put salt and pepper on it because that's what the recipe said. Now the gravy didn't say to put anything except salt and pepper. I was like, that ain't gonna work. So I put thyme and sage in it. But that's okay because actually a lot of these old receipts are super vague and super simple on purpose because it's just giving you the rough idea of how to make the dish. It's implied that you're gonna add your own ingredients to it.
This gravy is awesome.
Really?
I don't know what else to say. Wow. Knock your boots off.
Thank you. The southern saying makes you want to slap your mama. Not quite sure what that means, but
I don't either.
it's so good it makes you want to do things you normally would not do. AKA slap your mama.
Sorry, I'm kind of preoccupied right now.
Yeah, we're kind of preoccupied. Okay, I think I can go ahead and ask you, what would you rate this?
This
Well,
meal,
each individual thing.
each individual thing.
Yeah.
Salad, it's a 10 because of the dressing.
It's because I grew the vegetables.
You don't even miss the cheese.
No.
I dropped my napkin. Chicken. Sorry. It's so good. chicken gets 25 out of 10. It's so awesome. The gravy, 15 out of 10.
25 out of 10.
It's so delicious.
This chicken's so good, we're reinventing math.
Yes.
The ingredients are very, very simple.
Sometimes less is more, you know?
I agree. It's all about the quality of the ingredients, and that is something that we, as modern people, have just completely forgot.
Sorry for the sound effects. I'm really into this right now.
We gotta cover up all of our food with 20 different spices because the quality of our meat and the quality of our ingredients is trash.
Right. It's like they say, a good steak doesn't require steak sauce.
No, that's true.
There's
That's
some truth.
true.
There's some truth to that. Now you could say, well, the steak sauce itself tastes really good. That's true, but some people put it on there to cover up the bland
Yeah,
steak.
if your steak is bland, if your meat is bland, you have very poor quality meat. Which is easy to do, because you just go to the grocery store. That's all they have available.
We should cook our turkey this year like this. It might take a long time.
You know what I need? And something I've been wanting for a long time is a reflector oven. But it would not fit with our hearth. Our hearth is very small. We're moving on up in the world. We're building a house right now. I'm hoping when we move into our new house, hopefully before Christmas, I can get a reflector, a tin reflector oven, which is something that they would have had.
It looks like a tin barrel that's been cut in half long ways. And there's a door on one side so you can, you know, peek at it and stuff. They have it's made out of tin or copper. There's copper ones as well.
Whoa.
And they have a spit through them. Sometimes they have a crank handle on it so you can turn it.
And you can put a turkey in there.
Yeah.
I have this thing where I don't like eating food with my hands.
It doesn't bother me.
So I will just sit here and dissect my chicken instead of just like grabbing it. Okay, so what would I rate this then?
No, what would you rate it? Sorry, it's hard to talk when you're just devouring food.
The salad gets a 9 out of 10, only because I absolutely love feta cheese on salads. It needs some cheese or something. It also needs some lemon juice on it, I think.
Lemon would be good.
But it's still really good, but I'm kind of a salad snob. I mean, I eat a salad almost every day. When I was a baby, I went straight from the bottle to the salad. Absolutely love salads.
She does.
So 9 out of 10 for that. The chicken gets a 10 out of 10. Ron said 25 out of 10. I've already tried that. So I'm going to give that a 4 out of 10.
The cornbread?
Yeah. The texture of it is just weird. It is sweet. It is sweet. The receipt is very vague. I made 2 different batches of this, which I normally never do. I usually just make one batch, and that's the batch that you see on the show. It's the first time I've ever made it. Like, these 2 is the first time I've ever made this ever. But that, I did have to make that once before because I had no clue how much milk to add. And it turns out that the lesser amount of milk is the one that is the better tasting. But still, I can't help but be biased with my modern appreciation of cornbread. I cannot help to compare that with modern cornbread. And that is like, it's a trampoline. I feel like if I jumped on it, I would go boing. It's a rubber. Ron hasn't tried it yet.
I'm making this chicken disappear.
Whoa!
Want to see a magic trick?
Impressive. The sage, the thyme, everything came from our garden. We had to pick pumpkins early this year. We have pumpkins already. It's so weird.
Yes, we did. The squash buds killed our plant, and the pumpkins are already mostly orange. There's one left on the vine that is still green, and he's about the size of my fist. But
I had to pick them.
yeah, or else they would have just died. So these are pie pumpkins, or sugar pumpkins, if you will. So we're definitely gonna cook with them. They won't make it to October probably, but maybe here we can get a little early pumpkin pie
Yeah, sure.
off camera.
People will think it's so weird, like we're eating tomatoes and pumpkins in the same month.
I think we planted them just a little early. I've heard some people don't plant them until June or something, so they're ready by fall time. But we planted them like in May, I think.
I planted them in May with the intention of leaving them on the vine until October, which, as far as I understand, is what people normally do.
I see.
Because the longer you leave them on the vine, the sweeter they get. But yeah, we have pumpkins, and it's July. They are a squash, I think. So they technically will grow in summertime. But unlike every other vegetable, they actually get better the longer you leave them on. So even though they'll reach maturity by August, you can actually leave them on the vine until October, and they'll get better and better. They won't just get moldy.
Nice. That was delicious. I know I keep saying that, I keep beating that dead horse, but less is more, and the fire kissing the chicken skin is what made it so good, because there's little bits of crispy on there and little char.
Oh yeah.
And it's just the essence of the smoke and the fire and just salt and pepper only.
That's good.
It's amazing.
That's real good.
That's one of the best chickens I've ever ate, and I'm not bull crapping you or pulling your leg.
You serious? This is the...
I'm serious.
Well, I'm gonna make it again and again.
Please do.
I will.
Alright, let me get into this cornbread.
Trampoline.
This weird spongy cornbread.
You know, I might have to start eating this with my hands.
Well, if you can't, I'll finish it. Let's see here.
I made the exact quantity it told me to. 4 spoonfuls of flour, 4 spoonfuls of Indian meal, which is what they used to call cornmeal. Now, they didn't have standardized measurements, so when they say spoonfuls, when they say cup, they don't mean a modern day tablespoon or a modern day cup. They mean go in your pantry and get whatever dang spoon you got and get whatever cup you got.
And use that throughout the rest of the receipt, because it's equal parts of Indian meal or cornmeal and flour.
So I used heaping tablespoons. Very large tablespoons.
Well, you definitely taste the molasses.
It's sweet.
Very sweet.
I appreciate that it's sweet, or else it really wouldn't be edible.
Very dense.
This is a pre-Civil War. Jeez, I get the idea.
Almost a little chewy because of the molasses. And you can feel the little bit of the stickiness.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it.
Yeah, me too. It's the texture that's really ruining it, but the taste isn't bad.
It's edible.
I think we're biased too, because of our modern understanding of cornbread.
Yes, I do like my cornbread fluffy. I like to be able to, and crumbly. I like to be able to put it in a glass of cold milk and eat it that way. That is my favorite way to eat cornbread, but this would not work for that.
My cornbread
completely different.
Is cake-like. It's very, very cakey. I put a lot of honey in it.
So you make sweet cornbread. I grew up, my mom makes the savory cornbread with salt and pepper in it.
I don't like savory cornbread.
The sweet's growing on me, but I like them both.
Yeah, I like it to be almost like a corn cake. Boy, this salad is really good.
It's all really good.
And you know I said it needed lemon? Well, when I went to squeeze a lemon on the chicken, some got in the salad, and it ended up working real nice.
Nice. I will give this cornbread a 5 out of 10.
Okay, I gave it a 4, and you gave it a 5.
I think if I smeared some butter on it, it needs some fat. There's no butter in it.
No, there's just milk.
Yeah, it needs a little
Whole
bit of
milk.
A little bit of butter.
You know, I normally don't really like radishes either, but I want to, because I know they're so healthy for you. So in the 18th century, 17th century, and earlier, they did have regular circle radishes, but then they also had these really long, skinny radishes that were good for pickling. Must have been a spicy pickle.
I would try that, actually. That sounds like it'd be pretty good.
I would try it too.
It'd be soft, I'm assuming, because it would have been boiled.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, I have to unfortunately use my hands.
She's going in.
I have to go. I mean, how do you eat a chicken wing with a fork?
You don't. You use your hands.
Oh, man, that's good.
Allow me to move some of this so I can show off this very beautiful plate that you got from Old Sturbridge Village. We'll talk a little bit about redware.
Love redware.
This is a new piece that we just got the other day. from Old Sturbridge Village up there in Massachusetts.
Not in person.
Not in person.
We had to get it online.
Online store.
Never been there. I want to go there so bad.
We're gonna go to Massachusetts. Maybe the first anniversary
We have
trip.
to.
But that's really far up there, and we're probably just gonna fly and then drive back.
If you work at Sturbridge Village, can you meet me up there and show me around?
We want to see everything. We want
We
to see
do.
Lexington and Concord. We want to see Sturbridge Village. I want to see Paul Revere's house
Whoa.
in Boston. But anyways, this here depicts a later 18th century dragoon or cavalry rider. You can see him, he's got his pistol drawn and his sword up, and he's on the horse. Very beautiful piece. I love this yellow that they put on there. It goes well with this what do you call it, terracotta, or that dark reddish brown
It was
color.
fired in a wood oven too.
Very beautiful piece. And
It's
this
beautiful.
is an exact replica of one that they have up there from the time period.
Yeah, from 1800.
Yeah.
It's being kept at the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Now, people have been making things out of red clay for thousands of years all around the world, but here in America, it shows up from Europe, and then they start producing it here in America in the late 1600s, and there's multiple pieces that were made by people here in America, and we got quite a few pieces that have depictions on them. This here is also redware, but it's plain.
All of this is actually redware.
Everything's redware.
Except for that.
Right. So there's redware.
This is redware. Yeah.
redware. But this is plain. This has a depiction
decorated.
that has decoration.
There's a deer on it. This has a chicken on it. It's hard to tell, but it's a chicken. It's a part of American folk art. The
Yeah.
way that we decorate our redware makes it unique from any other countries. It's Americana, American folk art. A lot of it is inspired by Pennsylvania Dutch styles.
Oh yes.
And it's amazing because you look at actual pieces of redware from 200 years ago, the early 1800s, and it looks exactly like the redware that they're still making today.
Yeah. It's very simple. It's the lower to middle class type stuff. It's not the high end China.
Yeah.
This here is, in case you're wondering what the blue and white is, it's salt glaze. It's another form of pottery that they had in early America, and I do love the white and blue. It's very pretty.
Your favorite color is blue.
But it's the only piece we have of the salt glaze. It's hard to find people that do good salt glaze, so it's the only piece we got. You want to tell them what we've been doing this week?
One man and one woman are building a barn.
Yes.
And not just a tiny little barn, a full-size barn with a loft, gonna have hay in it and all that. We're building a barn. We're not having an Amish barn raising party because we don't know any Amish people, and they don't help people outside the community anyway.
Right.
Reality check.
The 40-foot.
Yeah, and we're just building it ourselves. So that's why we are not gaining weight.
Right.
We are sweating every single calorie out.
It is pole barn style, but it's going to look like a historical looking barn. The shape and the wood siding and the old style tin roof on it. So really excited to get that done. Once that's at least 50% complete and got a roof on it, we can start storing stuff in there like our tractor and and all of our junk
And our sheep.
and our sheep.
We're gonna get sheep.
And then we can start on the summer kitchen.
We have we're building an area on the side wing of the barn. It's gonna have 2 stalls in it for sheep, and I want the sheep for the milk because I really like sheep's milk, and I like feta cheese, and I like all that.
We're gonna end up having a petting zoo. Justine wants 5 sheep, 4 chickens, 2 cows, 6 geese.
Wait,
and
how many chickens?
I don't know. I'm just making up numbers.
Oh,
'Cause-
I want at least 100.
Oh my gosh. We need another barn.
How am I supposed to eat them for meat if I don't have a lot?
So anyways, that's what we've been doing this week. That's the only update we got on the house. We're still waiting on the HVAC guys to get back to us and tell us when they can actually officially start, so then we can move on with the insulation and drywall.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing holding us up, so it allows us to work a little more and save up our money a little bit, because let's face it, that stuff is expensive.
The ductwork guy said he could come out in mid-August probably.
Yeah, so that's 3 weeks from now. And I think that's about the only update we have for the homestead.
Yeah. We got a garden going out there, but we don't even live there yet.
Nope.
So I'm hoping when we actually live there, it'll be a serious garden.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. I like growing things. I used to do some gardening before we met, and I got busy with life.
Yeah, sometimes he waters my plants. Once in a while.
But hey, I have I'm gonna rename this, by the way. This
Oh.
week's weird history fact. I never did like the name,
Really?
so I'm just gonna call it this week's fun fact, fun history fact. Because
Fun?
facts are fun. Fun facts. It sounds cooler.
But the facts are weird. They're weird. We like weird.
Fun weird fact. I don't know.
Okay.
The name, I don't know. The This Week in History was perfect, but this one, it's for the last 6 months. It's just like, it doesn't roll off the tongue right.
Get rid of the word fun.
I just added it.
I don't like fun. I like weird.
Okay, this week's history fact.
This week's weirdest and sometimes pretty fun history fact. Go.
Did you guys know that Virginia was once the largest colony in America? No, I don't mean by population, because it really was the largest in population in the 18th century. I'm talking about in the early 17th century, in 1609 particularly, whenever Virginia claimed territory from the Atlantic coast to the Pacific coast.
Basically the entire United States.
Or actually, as you're seeing it, because it's Atlantic coast, Pacific coast.
Virginia used to be the United States.
They claimed everything.
Greedy. I love you, Virginia.
Virginia has changed in size many, many times over the years, and in 1609, it was at its largest point. By the time we get to the end of the 18th century in 1784, Virginia gives up most of its land at that point, and there's an area called the Northwest Territory. It gives that up, and that's parts of like Illinois, Michigan, and Ohio, Indiana area.
So technically we used to be Virginians.
Not here, because we're on the western side of Mississippi.
Well, I moved from Illinois.
But everybody in Illinois, yeah.
So you're married to a Virginia girl.
Yes, I am.
A Virginia girl.
And you lived in Virginia.
That's true. I did actually
actual
live
state.
in Virginia. I used to live in Charlottesville, among other places.
So here was French territory, and then after the 7 Years' War, or the French and Indian War, as we call it here in America, it became Spanish territory, and then we bought it in 1804.
Man, Virginia, you were greedy.
Yeah, so
You are the entire country.
and Justine actually found this fact. She sent the picture to me the other day. She's like, "Look at this map from 1609 of Virginia."
I had no clue.
And I thought it was a joke. I was like, "Okay, that's got to be a joke." And the other powers who were here at the time, because France was here and Spain were here, they did not acknowledge the English claim Virginia having all that territory.
And that's what was confusing us, because Santa Fe, New Mexico,
Yeah, they existed.
It was established in the early 1600s as a Spanish territory.
Right.
Virginia was a British territory.
Right.
So how could that possibly be? Well, it turns out that the Spanish just didn't care at all about the fact that it was technically a British territory.
Right, but there's no way the British could do anything about it.
Yeah.
You guys know how big America is. Well, it was just as big back then. So they could say they own it, but who's gonna enforce that? It wasn't enforced. They weren't enforcing any of it past the Smoky Mountains, really. Because even out here towards the Mississippi River, the French and the Spanish were controlling those areas mostly because it was so far away from the East Coast that the British really couldn't do anything about it until they started coming up the Mississippi during the Revolutionary War. And they tried to do something about it then, and they did something about it in 1812 when they tried to come up from New Orleans. But, yeah.
So I did know that Virginia used to be big, as in it went through Illinois.
Yeah, I've seen that map, but I've never seen the map
I didn't know it used to be half of Canada and North America.
2/3 of America.
Yeah, North America basically was Virginia.
And the last time that Virginia ceded some of its lands was when it ceded to give land for West Virginia, and it's been the same ever since. It hasn't let any more land go. It refuses to give it up.
That'd be funny if it got even smaller and smaller. And
But it's a normal size now.
It is. It's a normal size state.
What's the biggest state? Is it Alaska or Texas?
Oh, I think it's Texas.
The continental, anyways, is Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I do think it's Texas, like overall.
Okay.
Is it? Is it Texas or is it Alaska? But I'm pretty sure it's Texas. Ain't nothing bigger than Texas in the whole world.
Texas is pretty big. Or
Texas.
Not Texas, but Alaska's pretty big.
Alaska's pretty big, but everything's bigger in Texas, baby.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Man, this was a very, very good meal.
I know. I wish there was another chicken. Sad face.
Come on, Ron. Let's go get another chicken.
Okay. Thank
Let's
you
go get
guys.
another chicken.
We love you. We'll see you next week.
We love you. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
We gonna get another chicken.